We will get back to all the football in a moment, but I want to say, I heard you, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, after I put together a green list and ranked this flurry of shots, culminating in that one from Steph Curry, the most memorable shooting display in my 50 years of watching basketball. I heard your reaction. For those of you who weren't with us yesterday, this was the 5 that I put up. My green list yesterday, I had Steph at number 1. I had the shot, Michael over Elo at number 2. I had the legendary Leitner shot at number 3. Ray Allen in Game 6 at number 4. Chris Jenkins, the buzzer-beating 3 to win the national championship for Villanova at number 5. And this thing went nuts on social media. And I was watching and I was following. So I'm going to give you the 3 that were most frequently brought up that I did not include. Let the record show I certainly considered all of them, but these were the 3 that did not make my cut that you felt should have. It starts with Kawhi Leonard. This, of course, was also a buzzer beater to end a playoff series. Kawhi racing to the corner, Joel Embiid diving at him, and the ball taking forever to go in and end a series and win it for Toronto, a year in which they would go on to win the championship. That's a huge part of this. Speaking of winning championships, the next one that I heard a lot about and that I did consider is this bomb by Derek Wittenberg that is caught by Lorenzo Charles and dumped home to win NC State and Jim Valvano an improbable national championship. The '83 national title game against Phi Slamma Jamma, one of the most memorable games in collegiate sports history. It is certainly something I considered. And then people said, where's Kyrie? Where's this shot by Kyrie Irving over Steph Curry that won the championship for Cleveland, the only championship that city has won in more than half a century, and of course knocking off the 73-win Warriors. Those were the 3 that I heard about most recently. I definitely considered all 3. My list only had room for 5. I'll start by saying the reason I didn't put this one on there is that to me it isn't the most memorable moment from that game. If you ask people what happened in Game 7 when Cleveland knocked off Golden State, they will talk about the chase down block, right or wrong, by LeBron on Iguodala. They'll mention that before they mention the Kyrie shot. Lorenzo Charles, look, it's an unbelievable play. It's not really a shot. He caught the ball and put it in. And then the Kawhi one, it just fell short to me of the others that I placed on there. This got as much traction as anything we've done on social media, certainly this summer, and maybe longer than that. Bart, what do you think?
I mean, that's a good list, but being from Detroit, I hate Christian Laettner, so Christian Laettner and that shot is a memorable shot for Duke. You know, for me, being from Detroit again, Benny Johnson, 007, Portland to win the game. And really the number one I'm surprised you don't have on there is Michael, his final,
in 98.
98.
So I felt I needed,
over Russell,
I didn't want to do 2 Michaels. So I felt I'm not going to do any one player twice. So I'm choosing between the Michaels. And certainly the last shot, holding his hand in the air like that to win his 6th championship could easily be there. By the way, he had stolen the ball from Karl Malone on the other end of the floor to win that Game 6. But I just felt if you're going to do one Michael, he made a shot that is literally called the shot. If you make the shot, that probably makes the list. Hawk, what do you think?
Yeah, I had MJ versus Utah and Kyrie. I was in Cleveland when he hit that shot. Yeah, the block is very, very memorable. We all talk about it. It has its own name as well. But that shot sent chills through everybody's body that was watching that game, especially to beat the Warriors. I think Kyrie should be on the list.
Jeff Darlington, you have a take?
I think if Kawhi had continued that greatness to this point, maybe he would be on there. But that was an iconic moment when it happened. Like in that moment, that felt.
And it led to a title. They won the championship that year. Yep.
Yeah, but to your point, I don't know what that replaces. But that moment, that what was it, 3 seconds? I mean, that was a pretty iconic situation.
Yeah, the ball left his hands in time and fell through the net 3 full seconds later. Look, when you make a list of 5, there's only room for 5. These were the 5 I chose. I greatly appreciate all the reaction. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed. Normally, this is such a mean place. Like yesterday, it was just like, hey, Greeny, why didn't you put this? Why? It was in good spirit. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the feedback. We will keep them coming. By the way, the WNBA